Nelly Korda, congratulations. Amazing playoff win over Lydia Ko. The LPGA is so exciting nowadays. Nelly hasn't won in around a year, so it was a big victory. She finished Eagle Birdie, got into a playoff, beat Lydia into a playoff. But who does not love her golf swing? I mean, I want to say right now, more people like her golf swing than Rory's, Adam Scott, to have a female, right? I can't think of any but maybe Mickey Wright, that had one of the greatest golf swings of all time, whether it be man or woman. I think Nelly's in that same category. So let's take a look at how she does it. How does she get it done with just the most beautiful golf swing in the world? And what can we learn? What can we take from that golf swing? Let's get into it. Average driving distance for Nelly Korda, 270 yards. Right? Take a look at some of her other stock yardages here. It's just the epitome of effortless power, right? Always finishing in balance, nothing but rhythm and grace in that golf swing. Not a lot of tension or urge to hit. No jerky movements, right? How can we get that same effortless power? Because a lot of us out there feel the opposite, right? We're 200, 225 pounds, swinging really hard, and we're struggling to get 225 yards, right? How do we get this female that's 5'10", right? That's her list, LPGA bio, 130 pounds, and she's hitting driver 270 yards, right? And just looking at some of her other iron distances, she's always swinging within herself, always finishing in balance. Takeaway is smooth as silk, right? What is she doing in her sequencing, right? Sequencing is kind of this chain of actions of what starts first, what comes next, what's the part afterwards, that so many of us are not getting right, to where we're really just putting a lot of effort into the swing and really getting a lot of inconsistent shots, right? Because of the misapplied effort. But then also, even if we do hit it solid, it's not even going that far to begin with. So let's take a look at the drill that she does religiously. So 2 images of Nelly doing this drill where she places a golf ball just behind the one that she's hitting, right? And obviously at first glance, anybody could do this drill, right? What is pushing a golf ball away, which anybody's swing could do? How does it benefit her golf swing to where she gets that effortless power? I'm going to read a little excerpt from Ben Hogan's book, The 5 Lessons, The Modern Fundamentals of Golf, right? One of the best books of all time. And this is Hogan talking about proper sequencing and how to generate power. The golf swing is, in principle, a continuous chain of actions, like the component parts of the engine of an automobile. The component parts of the swing fuse together and work together in a purposeful sequence, as each component performs its part of the operation. It sets up the proper operation of the other components with which it is connected. I bring this up at this particular point for if a golfer clearly grasps the interrelationship of the hands, arms, shoulders, and hips, he will play good golf. He can't help but play good golf. On the backswing, the order of movements goes like this: hands, arms, shoulders, hips. On the downswing, the order is just reversed: hips, shoulders, arms, and hands. That's the key to her effortless power, is she's setting up the proper sequencing to develop not only just a consistent, stable golf swing, not one with the body flailing all around to try to get power, right? The sequencing from the very get-go by doing this drill is helping her to set off that chain of events that really starts to build power efficiently, quietly. And that's the same thing we're going to show you.
Hey, it's your coach Zach Allen here, and when it comes to the golf swing, I've seen and tried it all. But nothing is proven as effective as the concept I'm about to share with you now. It is the single most powerful piece of golfing advice I've ever come across. In fact, I would go so far as to call it a magic move. Since I don't have the time in this short video, I've put together a 3-part web class where I teach you exactly how to put it to use in your game. Nothing held back. I call it my Magic Move Training Series, and you can get the entire thing free of charge by clicking the link in the description below. You won't find these videos anywhere else, so go ahead, click the link right now, and I'll send you the first session right away. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to that lesson.
So, the reason we all love Nelly's swing so much, why it's so amazingly effortless looking, is that sequence from the very get-go that Hogan's talking about, right? The very first thing that moves in our golf swing is the club head hands, then the arms, then the shoulders. Then the shoulders start to pull on my rib cage midsection, and that starts to wind my hips up. And then just like he said, when he starts down, it just reverses. Now it goes hips, rib cage, shoulders, arms, hands, and then finally that club is flying through there. Okay? Because obviously anybody can just push a golf ball away doing a drill like this. So what I like to have my students do when doing this drill is it first starts off, you can't just stand there. You've got to do something with some athletic intent. So I've got a towel down here, and I want you to imagine that I'm kind of really digging in and pressing this towel apart to really connect my spikes into the ground and activate my lower body, okay? Because it's not just a resistance drill. Obviously, my lower body's gonna move, but I really wanna feel like we see Nelly doing so well here. I wanna see the hands, arms, and club wind up my lower body and then reverse that coming down. That really starts to get this chain action like Hogan's talking about that multiplies the speed in the downswing, right? He literally calls it the multiplying effect of how we generate more club head speed. And the beauty of it is when you go to do it, you place a ball just behind yours, is it looks so effortless and quiet, right? Just like her, there's really not a lot of hard, harsh movements there to really start that golf swing, okay? But it's really power-packed. So that's what I would do is you go to do this drill, get in there, get connected, and then start to just slowly let that club head move away. Feel it winding you up, winding to the top. Everything's tight. Unwind with the hips and lower body, and then on through to your finish. Finally, the last thing coming through is the hands, arms, and club head, okay? Really changes how we sequence the golf swing. That's the big thing when you look at somebody that's got effortless power versus powerless effort.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that, right? That's literally gonna be the simplest tip ever mentally, right? Just that feeling. But if you need a little more detail, I've got one here that's definitely got some more detail, right? It's got crazy detail to it. Take a look at that, and that'll explain some of the questions that you maybe always had. And just last thing, right, to really help me support my channel, right? We don't really do this for money. We just do this to give free content out there. If you could like and subscribe the video, that really keeps the momentum going and it helps the channel thrive. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.